Hello everybody, this is All's House Gaming and welcome to our new series, Shadows over Loathing. For those of you who have not heard of this, there was a game a while back, a browser game known as Kingdoms of Loathing. Apparently it was very popular, which then turned into the game West of Loathing. Basically a Western-style stick RPG with some very crazy elements to it that were just normal in that reality, I guess. It's a very good game. I enjoyed it. I actually did a playthrough of it on the channel. And I was actually surprised to find out that they were doing a sequel called Shadows over Loathing. This game is basically going to be Call of Cthulhu, but funny. And anybody who's played the previous game will know just what they're in for. Not going to spoil it, though I will say there is a specific ending I'm going for, because there are multiple endings. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, and first couple episodes are probably going to be 30 minutes, because I'm not sure if this is going to be one of those series that has longer episodes, just because this is a game with a lot of reading. And, you know, it being an RPG. Anyways, new game. And we start out with the magazine slapped on our face. WASD Moving Company. It's how you move. This would probably be useful information, if you could see. Oh, wow. You can actually get a game over by getting hit by a car in that intro. I did not know that. Here's something else. You hear the sounds of a diner behind you. Maybe someone there can help you with your little magazine on the face problem. Or I could give up. Yeah, it actually returns you to the main menu. This smells like a diner, and it smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shirt, no shoes, magazine stuck to your face, no service sign posted. I'm not talking to you until you wipe that look off of your face. The copy of Look magazine that's stuck to your face. Bathroom's in the back. She points over to the right. As far as you know. Thanks. Alright, let's head in the back. It's the bathroom. Probably. Go inside. You blunder your way into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling with the faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. You stare into the mirror, revealing, yes? Nah. You gotta have a face under that magazine. What's it look like? I think I'm gonna go with this one. There you are. Leave the bathroom. Now, if we check this, ooh, they've got one of those new meat-operated multi-selection phonographs, or juke boxes, as the kids call them. Neat. Hey, there's something in the coin return. Grab it. Yeah, we gain meat, which is basically this universe's form of currency. Yeah, this is a weird game, and it's only gonna get weirder. Shoot, I was gonna... Oh, yeah. The setting for this game is basically 1920s America, so to speak. So Prohibition's in full swing. That's actually gonna play a part. A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Well, one of them is. The way these young women act these days with their short hair and their sassy talk and their dresses that don't even cover their ankles. It's scandalous. And those dances they do, flailing around like I don't know what. I'd have thought Prohibition would have put the kibosh on that sort of tomfoolery, but no, sir. Can't imagine dancing a waltz to the music they're playing nowadays, though. And that's the problem right there. This newfangled jazz music with all the drums and clarinets and such. What kind of word is that anyways? Jazz. I think our cups got switched. You're supposed to be drinking decaf. That explains a lot. Try coffee. You'll like it eventually. Pie. The Nightingale welcomes all travelers. A couple of young women are chatting breezily over coffee. Hey, kitten, what town is this? Poughkeepsie. Are you two traveling? Yeah, Ocean City's turning into a real sawmill, so we boosted her Jelly Beans Breezer for a weekend whirl to the hot potato. Oh, bourgeois, you make it sound like I went south with it. I flew him a kite, everything's Jake. Geez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 3 or 4 years older than you two, but I barely understand what you're saying. What are you, a canceled stamp? Go put some pepper in your shoes. Yeah, I'll try that. Sign says meat only. No credit. Alright, just give me 1 second. No, no. Nope. Alright, well now, that looks much better. I'm Ethel. And this is where we pick our name. I'm gonna enter a different name. Talia, name I usually go with. I'm Talia. Talia who? Talia Hunt. Pleased to meet you, Talia Hunt. What can I get for you? Do not get the cup of coffee. It is useless. Literally, you go through the entire game and never use it. It's just a waste of meat. Does the bus to Ocean City pick up here? Sure does. Should be here any minute. Good thing, too. I hear we're in for rain tonight. What takes you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there. I got a letter from him. He wants me to help him with something. That's a reason, hun, but it's somebody else's reason. What's your reason? Ethel locks sides with you. I just really want to help. Can get you... Okay, let me rephrase that. These starting perks get you different things. This is where you pick a starting perk that gets you different benefits. I just really want to help. Of course he's family after all. Gets you a perk that gives you extra starting health. Again, I don't have all these memorized, so everybody who needs help deserves it. Gets you a perk that gives you special dialogue options. I have a different reason. Got into some trouble back home. Each of these perks gives you a boost to various damage types. Different from damage elements, which there are, and we'll get into that when we find one. But there's melee, there is ranged, and there is magic. Let's see, I'm searching for something. No, that's the problem. I'm actually not sure what that one does. Just trying to find myself. Gives you a perk that gets you XP points for interacting with mirrors, which there are. And something dark, which is very ominous. But I'm not going for any of those. Just seeking my fortune. Money gets you extra meat drops. Fame, I believe... Oof, I'm actually not 100% certain. I think that's XP. And having lots of stuff, items. I'm not going for any of those. What I'm going for is, I got in some trouble back home. Really? You look like such a sweetheart. What did you do? I beat up a phone booth. Got checkered past. Look out, phone booths. Here comes Talia Hunt. +1 to melee weapon attacks. So anybody who's played this probably knows what I'm going for with this. And the police are actually bothering to come after you for that? No, I'm just embarrassed about it. Aw. Smile sheepishly and walk away. And one last person to talk to. The man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. Hey there, is there something particularly interesting about that coffee? It's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Ah, what do you think? I think it's a bad beverage. It's bitter and it makes my stomach hurt. Ah, well, it's not for everybody, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll have another one after this, though. And then maybe every morning for the rest of my life. Wow, already got that caffeine addiction going, huh? Well, enjoy. This case contains 3 pies, which is exactly 3 pies more than you can afford. Alright, and there is actually nothing else for us here, so let's move on. Ethel said the bus will be here any minute. Again, the coffee is useless. I bought it in my own personal playthrough, never used it once. Prologue. You pull out the letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. Murray Morris, care of Murray Antiques, 111 Plunkett Street, Ocean City. Dear Talia, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope it finds you quickly. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you are able. Please. Your uncle, Murray. Odd that we're not getting the sound of the bus when all of the other sound effects are playing. But it doesn't really matter. You're just about to go mad from the monotony of this ride when the bus suddenly judders to a stop. You look out the window expecting to see the sights and sounds of Ocean City, but instead you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. Uh-oh. It's the bus driver. Before you talk to the bus driver, I, the narrator, am interrupting, because I see that you've played through this bit before. Would you like to skip the prologue? If you do, you will go directly to Ocean City with 17 meat, 55 experience points, and any items you kept in previous prologue playthroughs, PPPs. No, I'm going to play through this. Mainly because I know I can do a little bit better. And what's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope, sorry about this, but we're out of gas. Ah, jeez, you didn't fill up before we left? I filled up the bus, but this trip takes exactly 1 full tank of gas. He hands you an empty gas can. You got an item, empty gas can. It's a crude device, but it beats keeping your gas loose on the ground. Plus 1 additional can. You'd think in that instance that they would, you know, design a bus that can hold more gas to make it to Ocean City, but then again, that's just the kind of game this is. Swell. Well, I'd go myself. Swell. Why do I have to go get it? Well, I'd go myself, except for 2 reasons. Those being, firstly, being as I'm the bus driver, I'm legally responsible for this bus, and I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, because of your leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fella that doesn't want to go wandering around in the rain at night. Yeah, I got a similar problem with my fist. It's attached to a person who doesn't take BS from bus drivers. Well, alright then. Guess I haven't got much choice. Can I borrow your umbrella at least? This is a left-handed umbrella. Nuts! Sorry about that. Here, I do have a flashlight you can use though. Good luck. Thanks. What the bus lacks in comfort, it makes up for in unreliability. It's not a good thing. Drink red cola. Protect your family. An old billboard from before the war. See, the gas pump is empty, filled with water instead of gas. Has a little bit of gas left in this pump, but there's no hose on it. Swell. Seems like just yesterday that gas only cost 6 and 15/64 meat a gallon. Those are the days. Boy, I wish for those prices. Station seems to have run out of service. Let's head on in. Let's see. There's an object left on the snack shelf. Take it. Cheese loaf. Ew. Nobody in their right mind would consider this vile substance a snack. Yeah. However, eating it will increase our moxie by 1. Yes, we have various stats. We got muscle. Muscle is how strong you are. It lets you lift heavy things, push things over, and deal more damage with melee attacks. Mysticality, this represents your brain power and your attunement to the magical forces that underpin the universe. It also determines how much damage you do with magical weapon attacks. And we got Moxie. This is how good you are at dancing in fashion and smiling and dealing damage with ranged weapon attacks, whether they're music or bullet-based. Yep, and here's our perk checkered past. There's also Basic Humanity. You are a minimum viable person. You occupy space and are capable of moving through it and perceiving things. Alright. It's weird that the cash register is pointed toward the front of the store. Loot it. It's mostly empty, but you find some loose change. There's an old baseball bat leaning against the wall here. Take it. Sign says employees only. Are you an employee? Yes, I am. Really? You never mentioned working at a gas station. Yes, really. Well, okay, if you say so. Let's see. Desk presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related business. Search it. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but old receipts and pencil stubs. The 5th one is locked. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, this is a pretty nice radio. The shelf smells like axle grease and old paint, probably because that's what's on it. Oops. The shelf is laden with miscellaneous electrical widgets and doodads. You don't have any use for any of them, though. The shelf is all full of old personnel files. Look up Talia Hunt. I'll be darned, here's your file. You do work here, and it gets us free 5 XP. Gas station personnel file. This is your personnel file from the abandoned gas station you work at. Sorry I ever doubted you. Each object that you examine on this shelf is dirtier and more boring than the one you looked at before. Let's see, it looks like this is the control panel for that car lift thing. Nothing happens. Must not have power. Stand clear of lift before operating, Steve. Really want to know the story behind the sign. Shouldn't you know the story, considering, you work here, or worked here? Big tool chest, but all the good tools have already been stolen. An open fuse box. As advertised, this is a box containing one fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. Must be one around here somewhere. The old flivver, that old fliver looks promising as a source of gas, but you can't reach it while it's up on the lift. Well, good thing we know where some electrical doodads are. You dig through the boxes and find a single unblown fuse. It's weird that they call this a fuse when the whole point of it is for it to split apart if something goes wrong. Allows various electrical circuits to work properly. Yeah, it is a touch ironic, isn't it? An open fuse box. Open it and replace it. Click. Done. Now, fuses are going to be an item that we're going to need at various points, but we're going to get randomly. Press it. Alrighty then. This car is missing its gas tank, but there is a big glass of gasoline in the cup holder. Pour it in our can. Got a 1/3 full gas can. Alright, can't do anything else here for the moment, so we're just gonna move on. Finnegan's optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. Good to know it's not compulsory. Oh, hello. A miserable-looking hitchhiker is standing in the rain, listlessly sticking out her thumb. Hi there. Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. Can you give me a lift? I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. Oh. Also, I don't have a car. Oh. What's your name? I'm Talia. Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia. Although I admit the circumstances aren't great. So what's in Albany? Do you have family there? No. I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new, though. It's one of the oldest cities in the country. Okay, that's fair. Do you know where I can get some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out and the driver sent me to find some more. Bus? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. Well, okay then. How about this rain, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised and glances around slowly. Oh, it's raining? Yeah, sure is. What a night to be stuck out on the road, right? I hadn't noticed. I get the feeling you aren't much of a noticer. Well, anyway, seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the Nickelodeon. Oh, that's a classic. What did you think? It was very scary. I liked it. I prefer comedies myself. Have you seen the new Buster Keaton one, The Cameraman? I don't know who that is. Oh, he's great. You have to see Sherlock Jr. That's my favorite. Really terrific. Read any good books lately? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Oh yeah, H.G. Wells is great. Have you read his new one, The War in the Air? I didn't care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island. I forget the name, but it was terrible. His other works are his best, like The Time Machine. Yeah, I loved that one. I'm glad we were able to find something we could connect on, Lydia. So, okay, bye, good luck. This field is extremely corny. Well, let's head on in. Hey, I didn't want to be unfriendly, but this is private residence that y'all just barged into. Oh, geez, sorry. Yeah, everything's so desolate outside, I guess I just assumed this place was abandoned. Well, come morning, you'll be right, so you might as well get in and out of the rain for a spell. Thanks. My name's Talia Hunt. Howdy, Talia. I'm Elias. Elias Chekhov. Make yourself at home. Alright. All these boxes are labeled bears. Ask them about them. Are these boxes really full of bears? Nah, those boxes are all canned pears. I had a little fun writing the labels is all. You want a can? I got one left that didn't fit. You got an item. Bison's Extra Sweet Pears. It's a can of pears and the syrup label, the label describes it as sickly sweet. You should really hire a new copywriter. Increases your mysticality by 1 until you eat something else. Yeah, unlike in West of Loathing, where you have a limit on how much you can eat in a day, you can eat as much as you want, you just can't keep all the effects. Probably something meant to counteract the whole snake oiler overpoweredness, because, you could get overpowered with that one. I would know, I did a playthrough on that. There's a weird device on top of this box. Well, ask him about it. What's this funny looking thing? That's a duck call. What's it for? It's for calling ducks. Oh, fun. Used to be. Don't work anymore on account of being haunted. Haunted? Yeah, well, not haunted exactly. A bunch of spiders got in there, and now it sounds all scary when you blow it. I see. If you want it, it's yours. You gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about spiders. Haunted duck call. Reduces an enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1 when you honk it at them. Once per fight. What spiders? Good job. There's a rifle hanging over the fireplace. Ask Elias about it. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle, and where I'm going there ain't any varmints. There's vermin to be sure, and critters and as such is like that, but the almanac don't list any examples of a varmin qua varmint, if you know what I mean. I don't. No need to fret over it right now, in any case. That gun is for later. Later? Yep, much later. Huh. Okay. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is an example of Chekhov's gun. What it is basically a rule of writing, I guess you could say? That if you point something out, make sure you use it. In other words, if you point out a gun in Act 1, the gun had better go off by Act 3. These boxes are labeled gears. What's with these boxes of gears? My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. Figured I should keep them for her. Makes sense. Elias is looking around and monk-mulling to himself as he checks off his mental to-do list. So, you're moving out? Yep. I finished packing, so now I'm just waiting for the movers to come and take this last load of stuff. You got movers coming in the middle of the night? Nah, in the morning. But I went and packed my teddy bear, and I forgot which box he's in. Can't sleep. See, why are you leaving? Well, my daughter went off to college, so there's nothing keeping me here. I never particularly cared for farming anyhow. Just kind of fell into it, you know? So I reckoned I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit. See what kind of trouble I can get up to. Heh. Nice. So what's your story? What are you doing out on a night like this? I got a letter from my Uncle Murray. It sounded urgent, so I hopped a bus to Ocean City. Ain't sure how to tell you this, but you got a ways to go yet. Yeah, the bus ran out of gas, so the driver sent me to scavenge for some more. I gotcha. Well, I think there's an old gas can in the barn out back. You're welcome to it. Thanks. I gotta warn you, though, you'll have to fight my daughter for it. What? Well, technically, I should say my daughter's monster. What? It's a thing my daughter Simone built. What? See, my kid's a real technical whiz. She built an auto-ominous robo-traption to help with plowing and harvesting and the like. Worked real nice, too. Wow. Problem is, after she left, it blew a what's-it-tube and got violent. I'm pretty good with machinery, but when it comes to these newfangled electrics, I may as well be a dog trying to read Plato. So I locked it in the barn. Ah, I see. You're welcome to try your hands against it if you got a mind to, but please be careful. It's got a lot of sharp bits on it. Here's the key. Farmer Chekhov's barn key. Third most common sort of key you find on a farm, after dawn and tur. Eh? These boxes are labeled tears. Ask Elias about them. Wait, are these boxes of tears or tears? Don't be ridiculous. Can't put neither one of them in boxes. That don't make any kind of sense. These boxes are labeled shares. What's in here? Stalks? Scissors. Ah, shears. It's supposed to be shears, not shares. This is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. Ask Elias about it. Is this box really full of class rings? Yep, about 140 of them. Did you go to college 140 times? Heh, nah, of course not. I just collect them is all. Why? Well, they're rare, but not very rare. They're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. That there's the collecting trifecta. Huh. Okay, then. This door is locked with some kind of elaborate electric lock. Ask about it. What's with this door? Oh, that's Simone's room. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, because I plumb forgot how to work that crazy lock she invented. And see. This is the door that leads to a bathroom. Ask if you can use it. Can I use your bathroom? Sure. How'd you know that door was the bathroom, though? I've always had a knack for knowing which doors lead to bathrooms is all. Well, good for you, I guess. Alright, so we can gaze into the mirror. If we had that mirror-based perk, we'd get XP from it. But otherwise, we can just change our expression. Smile, frown, scowl, worry, cringe, remember something really embarrassing you did a couple years ago, freak out, close your eyes, go back to normal, leave. However, really important is the toilet. This is a surprisingly modern toilet for such an old house. Flush it. Flush Chekhov's toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt you later. Gain 5 XP. Collection of stains makes its home on the range. Boo. Kitchen sink brand's kitchen sink. Now, where does this door lead, I ask you? Spare bedroom. Ain't been used in forever. I don't even bother opening the door since the dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though. I doubt you find much of use. A dust devil? Yeah, those critters are a real nuisance around here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under properly, and since I lost my room back in 26, it's been a real, what'd Simone call it? A nutrient-rich environment? Ornery little beasts. Real territorial. Now, I know that... God, was it after 26 that Prohibition ended? Can't remember. Well, anyways, this is still based on 1920s Prohibition America. Okay, I'll be careful. Tasteful arrangement. Dusty old nightstand. Search it. You find an old wallet in the drawer. 10 meat. Sweet. It's a shelf full of pulp westerns. Take a look at one. Cattlemen of Tarnation. Fist fight at Cal Arroyo. Cowgirls of Revenge. Horses of the Night. Hey, this one looks like it's worth a read. The Handgun's Tale. Unlike most old westerns, this one is written from the perspective of a gun. Unlocks advanced trick shooting techniques. And then we're going to want to step over here. There's a loose floorboard here. It's going to be important. Now, we could fight this dust devil, but we are nowhere near ready to do so. So, let's head out back. We can grab this gun right here. There's nothing on the clothesline except a pair of socks and an old gun. Loot it. You take the gun and leave the socks. They don't look safe. You gotta need them. Rusty pistol. You spend all that time cleaning your gun, and the rain comes along and ruins it. Typical. Now, there is something to the right, but we're not going after that. Barn doors are unlocked. Unlock them. Or are locked. You leave the doors open and leave the key in the lock in case Elias wants to lock up again later. Ah, hay bales. Ugh, you have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of these. Yeah, searching for needles to pick locks. This is a nice barrel, but it'd be nicer if it had anything in it. Cabinet is rusted shut. Need 3 muscle to get that open. This is just a painting of a bunch of tools. Okay. This must be the farmer's daughter's fishing rod. I will take that, because that is actually a weapon we can use. That can, in some fights, do 2 damage instead of 1. At least in this early. Though it doesn't seem very consistent. Watering trough for some long-gone livestock. I'll test my fishing rod. You didn't catch anything, but it was good practice. Based on the arrangement of objects around you, you conclude that this is a machine for turning hay bales into loose hay. Honestly, I'd say no, but knowing this game, probably. You're not going to get past that thing without destroying it. Destroy it then. Okay, we've got Simone's monster, 4 HP. It's got 1 muscle, 2 mysticality, and 1 moxie. We also have Jasper the Finch. He's a friend of ours. Jasper the Finch is going to sing a pretty song, increasing one of your stats by 1 at random. We also have the ability to use the Haunting Quack. This does cost an action point, and we only have 1. And honestly, I don't think it's worth using it, because you can't reduce them beyond 1. Or past 1. So instead, we're going to throw a rock. It deals 3 damage. Well, 3 physical damage, one of the elements. And then we're going to use our rod. Okay, why am I not getting it? Oh. That's why I'm not getting any sound effects, because for some reason I turned it down. Shoot. Which actually reminds me. I completely forgot this, but if you guys think anything is too loud or too quiet in these opening episodes, please let me know down in the comments below. I'll do what I can to fix it. I think 20 is what I had it at, or 25. Yeah, that sounds about right. That explains why we weren't hearing the bus sound effects. Alright, you went through a lot to gain access to this can. Accept your reward. Victory is sweet. It's probably the lead that makes it sweet. Ugh. That's right, gasoline used to have lead in it, but we got a 2/3 full gas tank, or gas can. Okay, well, with that, we are out of time for this episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.